The latest installment in horrible bossery is the CEO of Miller Knoll. It is a furniture company, and the CEO is Andy Owen. And she was having a corporate-wide meeting, and only about 90 seconds got picked up. It's now a viral sensation, and it's so easily avoidable. But I'm going to break this down in a couple of ways. I'm going to show you the moment, and I'm going to explain how it's horrible bossery, what you leaders, those of you in leadership, if you ever get to a position like this, how do you handle bad, tough news like this? But then I also want to encourage those of you who work in a place like this, if this were to happen to you, what do you do? All right? That's what we're going to have. But first, let's play just a clip from where she really stepped in it. Here we go.
Question, Chris, and a lot of questions came through about how can we stay motivated if we're not going to get a bonus? What can we do? What can we do? Some of them were nice and some of them were not so nice. So I'm going to address this head on. The most important thing we can do right now is focus on the things that we can control. None of us could have predicted COVID. None of us could have predicted supply chain. None of us could have predicted bank failures. But what we can do is stay in front of our customers, provide the best customer service we can, get our orders out our door, treat each other well, be kind, be respectful, focus on the future because it will be bright. It's not good to be in a situation we're in today, but we're not going to be here forever. It is going to get better. So lead by example, treat people well, talk to them, be kind, and get after it. Don't ask about what are we going to do if we don't get a bonus. Get the $26 million. Spend your time and your effort thinking about the $26 million we need and not thinking about what you're going to do if we don't get a bonus. All right? Can I get some commitment for that? I would appreciate that. I had an old boss who said to me one time, you can visit Pity City, but you can't live there. So people, leave Pity City. Let's get it done. Thank you. Have a great day.
Wow, that's the equivalent of smacking somebody across the face and going, oh, by the way, I've got some nice flowers for you. I'm sorry I smacked you. All right, let's talk about what she did right, okay? I thought to myself, Alex, the thing, now again, that's just a small excerpt of what I think was about a 70-minute corporate meeting, if I read this right, in this New York Post article. But let's tell you what she does right. She addresses the company-wide complaint from people who did not get their bonuses. Now, more on the bonus thing in a minute, but what she is dealing with is a lot of backlash because people were told they weren't going to get their company bonus that they expect, they rely on. Okay? Now, I understand that companies and leaders have to make tough decisions, and cutting a bonus is a part of doing business, but the way you communicate that has got to be done right. So let's talk about what she did right, okay? So what she does say is, she says, look, it's going to get better. This is not forever. We're buckling down. I need you to focus on the customer, get good results. I mean, she's basically saying, look, focus on what we can control. That was good. That's all she did, was slightly positive at first, but she doesn't finish the positive message. It's good to say it's going to get better, and she's implying that this for a short season. But what she doesn't say, she doesn't answer the two questions that I would have if I was one of those employees. They're asking, how will it get better? When will it get better? See, as the leader, when you're having a company-wide meeting and what people are stinging from is that they didn't get their bonus, and you just you're just focused on what we control. Good. That's great. But what is it that they can control? Well, she kind of outlines it, but their questions must be answered. She needs to go further and go, based on where we are now, the strategies and decisions that we're making today and in the near future, we believe that this, and this will allow us to climb out. That's the how will it get better. Give them something they can see tactically. This is what we're doing to make it better. Then she needs to say, and we anticipate, can't control this, but we anticipate that in quarter X of next year or whatever. But you've got to be able to tell people what specifically you're doing to get out of the hole before you tell them to buck up. That's essentially what she says. Now, here's what makes it even worse. What she really did poorly is that she didn't announce that she was going to forego her bonus or that she was going to pay her sizable bonus back. According to reports, she gets a base salary of $1.1 million. I got no problem with that. Executives make big money. I get it. I have no problem with that. But in addition, she gets a $3.9 million bonus, okay, in perks and rewards. So if you are going to hold back everybody else's bonus, as a leader, you should step up to the line and go, by the way, I know that this has been bad news and unfortunate, but I am also withholding my bonus as well, or I have paid the bonus back. That's the least I can do. Now, they're still going to go, well, you make $1.1 million, but it doesn't matter. You have got to step in, and you have to take a hit too. It's like the general trying to lead people into battle going, hey, everybody else get on the front lines. None of your leaders are going to be there with you. We're just going to be back here in the tents monitoring the situation. Go. Fight. Give us everything you got. Win the battle. Go, go. And you're not going to lead them into battle? It's ridiculous. Well, she circulated a written apology after this thing went bananas. She goes on to say, I want to be transparent and empathetic. Well, you weren't transparent and you weren't empathetic before. So now you're going to do it in a written statement. As I continue to reflect on this instance, I feel terrible that my rallying cry seemed insensitive. Seemed? It didn't seem insensitive. It was awfully insensitive. What I hoped would energize the team to meet a challenge we've met many times before landed in a way that I did not intend, and for that I'm sorry. But again, nothing in here about forfeiting her own bonus. She just says, you're not going to get a bonus, and now she's going to give you a nicely written apology. I don't buy it. It's terrible leadership. You're a hypocrite. Your little, quote, pity city is going to turn into quitty city. That's what's going to happen. You're going to lose people, ma'am, because you didn't own it after you screwed it up. Pity city. It's pathetic leadership. It's hypocritical. It's not leadership. It's nannyship.